Good morning to all. We are going to start our class today with the Holozoic nutrition in amoeba. Amoeba is a unicellular organism and it feeds on microscopic plants and animals. Now, when you talk about Holozoic nutrition, the Holozoic nutrition involves the 5 steps: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. Now you can see in the figure when the amoeba see the food particle, then it gives out the finger like projections. These finger like projections are known as pseudopodia. The pseudopodia is trapping the food particle, and then the pseudopodia join each other and form the food vacuole. Within the food vacuole, the lysosomes are there, and these lysosomes will digest the food. That is, they will convert the complex material to simple. Now, the simple material will diffuse into cytoplasm, that is the absorption. This simple products are further accumulated in the amoeba body for further utilization, that is the assimilation. Now, the waste material that is left in the vacuole will be removed out from the body, that is the egestion. So, here the amoeba traps its food and then the food is digested within the body, that is the holozoic mode of nutrition in amoeba. Now, let us look for the human alimentary canal or digestive system in human beings. We have well developed digestive system, and the digestive system in us is divided into two parts: the alimentary canal and the glands. The alimentary canal includes the part from mouth to anus. Now you have already learned these parts in your previous classes also. So from mouth it's buccal cavity, from buccal cavity it's esophagus, then after esophagus is the stomach, then it's after stomach it's small intestine, large intestine, then last is the anus is the last part through which the waste goes out. So these are the main parts of the alimentary canal. The next is the glands. The accessory glands or the helping glands help in the process of digestion. There are 3 glands. The first gland is present in the mouth, that is the salivary glands. Then the another gland is the pancreas and the liver. Liver is the largest gland of your body. So whenever we talk about the digestive system of human being, we divide it into two parts, that is the alimentary canal and helping glands or accessory glands. Now let us discuss the parts one after the other. The first part that we are going to discuss is the mouth. So mouth is basically the opening of your alimentary canal. Now mouth is basically meant for the first process of holozoic nutrition, that is ingestion. You always take your food through mouth. The mouth is bounded by the 2 lips and those lips are movable. Now after the mouth, the next part is the oral cavity or the buccal cavity. Now the oral cavity or the buccal cavity is the space which is bounded by the upper jaw and the lower jaw. The upper jaw is immovable and lower jaw is movable. Whenever you open your mouth, you will see the structures, that is teeth, tongue, and your mouth is never dry. It is always wet because it has got a sticky secretion in it, that is saliva, which is released by salivary glands. Now let us discuss these structures one after the other. The first part that we are going to discuss is the teeth. Now teeth are the 4 types of teeth are there in your mouth: incisors, canine, premolars and molars. Since these 4 different type of teeth are there, that is why we have heterodont dentition. These teeth are involved in cutting, tearing and grinding of food. So the function of teeth is to cut the food into smaller pieces. The next important part is the tongue. The tongue basically helps in rolling the food and mixing the food with the saliva so that whatever food you are chewing with the help of teeth, it can mix well with the saliva. The tongue also helps in detection of the taste of the food. Whatever whatever food you are ingesting, if its taste is good, then that you keep it in your mouth, otherwise you throw it out. So tongue is basically helping you to find out the taste, that is salty, sourness, bitterness, sweetness. So all these tastes are there. When you take your tongue out and view it in the mirror, you will see that the upper surface of the tongue is very rough. It is having the papillas, and these papillas are having the taste buds that help you to detect the taste of the various material that you have ingested. Now the next part is the salivary glands. There are three pair of salivary glands in our mouth or a buccal cavity, and these glands are parotid glands, submandibular glands and sublingual glands. Every gland is 2 in number, so total 6 glands are there, and all these gland releases a fluid that is known as saliva. Saliva is sticky fluid, it's having the neutral pH, and there are few things that are present in saliva. The saliva is basically formed or made up of three main components, that is the mucus, and it has got the enzyme that is known as salivary amylase enzyme or patylene enzyme. And the third important component that is present in saliva is the lysoenzyme. Now first part we are going to discuss, that is the mucus. Mucus makes the saliva sticky, and because of this mucus only the food becomes soft when you chew it, and the food becomes soft so you can swallow it easily. The next part that is present in the saliva is the salivary amylase enzyme or patylene enzyme. This enzyme starts the carbohydrate digestion in your mouth. The carbohydrate starch is digested in your mouth with the help of salivary amylase, and the starch is converted to maltose, which is a sweet sugar. So whenever you eat the starch containing products like rice, like corn, like bread, like finger chips, you have a sweet taste. The sweet taste is because the starch is digested to the simple product, which is the maltose. The third major component that is present in the saliva is lysoenzyme. This lysoenzyme is having the antibacterial effect, and it helps to kill the bacteria which are present in the food that you have ingested. The same lysoenzyme is present in your tears also. So whatever microbe enter your eye, it comes out in the form of a dead individual. So lysoenzyme is the third component. So this is all about the parts of the alimentary canal and what are the major components that are present in the buccal cavity or the oral cavity. That's all for the day today.